Hi, I'm Carcina. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Well, let's talk about it. Let's start here. That's right. Guess who's out? Richardson, Hitchison, or Hitchkins, or whatever, the Mayweather wannabe, who is a talented fighter. He's got to possess a lot of skills, but he's pulled out of a lot of fights already early in his career. Was supposed to fight Oscar Duarte on that fight card with Ryan Garcia, and to me, this was the best fight of the night. I was very intrigued by the scenarios that were in play. I was very intrigued by I was very intrigued by this fight stylistically, how it was going to be power versus finesse. How this was going to determine, how this was going to play out. And it got to the weigh-in, and I was worried about this fight actually being made. And the fact that it got pulled at the last second showed me exactly what I thought about Hitchkins. A lot of these fighters want these favorable matchups, and he's the world champion. So I'm like, he should be stripped. In my opinion, he should be stripped. There's no way. There's no way that he should be allowed to have the title. If he's illness, I'm sorry to hear that, but hope you feel better. But you got to fight Oscar Duarte next to get the belt. The title's vacant, and you're fighting Oscar Duarte for the title. This man went through a whole camp waiting on you. 4 or 5 weeks of training to have you pull this shit, and I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. It's weak sauce. And it's an insult to the fight game. To prevent from being flagged, let's get to the other fight that was on the card. That was quite unique to us. And yeah, well, anyway, Albright, this fight here between Frank and what's his name? Nahir Albright, Frank Martin, was a good fight. 2 different styles. Frank Albright is long, and he plays a long game. He comes right in and uses his length to disrupt. He comes in and uses his length to bother, to irritate, to do all of the above. What you don't usually see from him in this scenario and situation is clear from what we see now. is that as this fight went on down the stretch, with Frank fold, because Albright's going to bring a lot of pressure. He comes with that, uses that length, and he brings that pressure. And I felt in my hearts of hearts that he took the fight. A lot of people say a draw is the good result in this fight. I felt Albright took it, in my opinion. I think he took the fight. But a great card, great matchup, great booking too. Props for them for booking this fight. These are the type of matchups that, when you pay your money for a pay-per-view, you want to see. The main event was the weakest fight on the card. Everybody else was stellar. So you want to know right away, Frank had problems with that reach and that force coming forward. That was going to be a problem for him all night. See, when he swing wide and get under, you see how Albright come with that reach? And he's waiting to see what Martin was going to do next. Martin's good in short distance when he does work, but sometimes he sits there and has lulls where he doesn't do much. And Albright came forward in this fight and definitely took the fight from him, in my humblest opinion. Now, let's get to Gary Russell Jr., because that's the one I want to get to. I knew we were going to be in for a good night once I saw my man come in here dressed like Michael Jackson playing Dirty Diana. I said, Japanese man with Dirty Diana coming in here. I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be it. He had visa trouble coming into place. And then they hit him with the visa stuff just to get it started. Now, Gary Russell Jr. in this fight definitely led the offense early, but he was being met as he threw a lot of shoe shine and punches and everything. Yeah, he threw a lot of shoe shine. But besides the shoe shine, Haroke, about 3 of the first 4 rounds he lost because basically he wasn't throwing any body punches. When you don't throw body shots early on, that was starting to doom him. And it was like after the 5th round or during the 5th round, he started really sitting down on serious punches and getting the attention of Gary Russell Jr. And like round 6 or 7, he hurt Gary Russell, not Gary Russell Jr., but Gary Antoine Russell, hurt him going to the body severely. Pow, pow, pow. And it changed the outcome of the fight. Then the round started to shift as he was trying to really recover from that body shot that Japan was landing, man. And he was throwing some meaningful punches, all up top, down low, straight to the body, just planting them. And when you start when you start planting those punches into the chest and to the body. It's gonna slow down Gary Anton Russell, who makes a mistake when he fights. He's like he throws a hook, headbutt combination. And I'm like, dude, you have got to watch your head, dog. He leads with his head all the time, leading the headbutts. It's like he comes in with the head as the third punch. It's the left hook, right hook, headbutt, left. I'll be like, my goodness, dude, what is you doing? Crazy, crazy work. Well, when you do things that are what we like to call counterproductive, when you do things that are counterproductive to you, you're gonna definitely lose the fight. So to see him try to put up a struggle and fight the way he was fighting was like really. I really think that this fight could have been called a draw. For it to be so lopsided for Gary Anton Russell, I really felt like they overplayed their hand. Then in the fixed fight of the night, Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. This was the fixed fight of all fixed fights. You have Ryan Garcia in the best shape I've seen him in, which got everybody wondering about, if he's on the dope. And besides all of that, you have Mario Barrios, who's the champion, which I don't know, how did he win a championship? And he comes in here and he's basically like a shot fighter. He's not even doing what he needs to do in this game, period. Well, not game, but the fight game, period. And you lose to a YouTube fighter who's not even punching correctly. There was no reason for a knockdown of any cause. Like, it was basically just awful the way everything was portrayed. Look at this dude. Look how he punching like a girl. Punching like a schoolgirl. How you expect to get a knockout? Barrios supposed to walk through this guy. He did not throw the right hand all night. How do you not throw a right hand all night long? Like, aiming a right hand up top. He hit him with like one and then wouldn't throw another one. For rounds, I'm like, dude, shoot the right hand. His left hand is low. Shoot the right hand lead. What are you doing? Barrios has never fought like this in his life. He should retire. It was a disgrace to boxing. Absolutely disgrace to the fight game. This fight was just staged, so that Ryan could win and become champion, all that nonsense, blah, blah, blah. Right? Congratulations, you got the bullshit you wanted. Right? Good. You're happy, everybody happy. You finally made him a champion. Now, can this guy actually be a champion? That's the real question here. Can this guy actually be a world champion? And if he fights Shedeur Stevenson, just bet the house on Shedeur. They want to take him out. Normally, notice he didn't call out Rolly. He didn't call out Devin. He didn't call out anybody that could hit him. He wanted to fight somebody who he feel got soft hands and don't really hit hard. So, in their estimation, that makes sense. Shedeur Stevenson will walk him like a poodle. It would be the easiest fight he ever had to fight. Mayweather Pacquiao 2. We need the money. It's heading in September. As why in the world is this fight taking place? Manny is old and pretty much done. Floyd should be done. And they're doing it because they need money and people want to pay money to see it still. I think this is a disgrace to the sport of boxing. I don't think this fight measures into any. Floyd is 49. Pacquiao was like 46, but battle worn. You know, it's like, what are we doing here, people? What are we actually doing here? We're going to do this one more time. When the fight happened 10 years ago, 11 years ago, people said it was too late. Now, 11 years later, they're going to fight again. And the reason that people are going to watch it, of course they're going to watch it. Why wouldn't they watch it? People watch reality shows. You think they're not going to tune in to watch Tyson fight Mayweather? You're going to tune in and watch that. And then after you tune in and watch that, in September, you're going to watch Mayweather fight Pacquiao for the second time around. Why? Because you are intrigued. People are going to want to see it again. They're going to tune in. They're going to watch it on Netflix so you don't have to pay for it. It's free. Long as it's free, nobody in trouble. Other than that, nobody wants to see it. I'm serious. Nobody wants to see it. I'm only being real, though. Nobody wants to see that shit. But yeah, if it's free, I'll watch it. I'm not paying for it. I'll tell you that much now. So Netflix, best option for it. Now, if they try to do some slick shit like, oh no, mate, no, this is pay-per-view Netflix. It's Netflix, but with a spin. I'm gonna be like, well, you can spin your ass out the door because I ain't paying that. That's just how it rolls, champ. Yeah, well, what you want to do is to make sure that you're doing everything possible to make the sport better and move the sport forward. Uh, I want to see Shador since, Devin Haney, that is. Let him fight somebody meaningful, get them in the mix. I want to see fighters mix it up. There's too many of these young guys who screwed the game up. They keep talking about the older guys. No, you younger guys ain't fighting anybody. Y'all trying to pick and choose and make yourselves superstars on IG and Twitter before you actually did something in the ring. You got so many clips of you fighting other people that's lesser. Now, when it's like, okay, well, it's time to fight some of your guys that's equal, the title holders. Guys are pulling out fights. Oh, my pinky hurt. It's just too much bullshit going on. Y'all got to get back to fighting. And let's get to this fake fighter. I don't really even like this guy. Just to show you there's no it just to show you that there's no loyalty in the game whatsoever. This guy's a punk. And I want y'all to see who it is. It's Conor Benn. Conor Benn is a complete punk. I don't like anything about him. He's the guy that beat a weight drained Eubanks. Like Eubanks would have whooped his ass again had he hadn't been so weight drained. So exactly. This guy got one win, and that was the Eubanks victory. And it's like, come on, dude. Conor Benn is a joke. He keeps like, oh, I want this guy, I want that guy, I want Ryan Garcia. Yeah, you want. Who are you? Who the fuck are you to demand who you want? Who are you? You a guy fighting out your weight class. You gonna get hurt, son. You will be hurt. Yeah, you'll beat Ryan Garcia because that's an easy fight. Who wouldn't beat him? Any real fighter would beat him. For Barrios to lose to that man, money had to take place under the table. Yeah, I don't want to fight Devin Haney. Why not? So now you're gonna go to Zuffa Boxing. He turns his back on Eddie Hearn, who got him every fight and made him relevant. Without even signing a deal, Eddie thought this guy was honorable. He walks away from Eddie talking about I messaged him. You messaged him? He didn't even deserve a call. He said he got a message from your lawyer, not you. That man did not deserve a phone call to tell him you was about to stab him in the back. That just shows you what type of scum he's out there. And then they keep talking about promoters and how shitty they are. The fighters are just as shitty. That's why the promoters the way they are. Because fighters have no loyalty. Their only loyalty is to money and the bottom line. So you want to go participate in that Zuffa crap, then go ahead, knock yourself out. Be the Zuffa champion of the world. You're a joke. So anyway, I'm out of here. Thank y'all, Boxing World. I owe my boxing fans a video, and you got it.